Sports fans are gearing up at Interstate Sports, your home for officially licensed fan gear. We have jerseys, custom frames, team signs, draft tumblers, and more. For every sports fan's needs, visit interstatesportsgifts.com.
Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Oh, my goodness. Ellen, let me know everything looks good, sounds good. Just coming out the champagne room. Exciting time. My goodness. All right, Ellen V gave me the thumbs up, not talking to cyberspace. Unbelievable football game. Colorado Buffaloes take on Stanford Cardinals at Folsom Field. End up falling short, second overtime, interception by Shedeur Sanders. They go ahead and kick the field goal to win it. Got to give credit where credit is due. We were in the champagne room talking, me, E. Brown, Ellen V, Chris Kane, Derek White. And we like, bruh, it's over. 29-0. Yeah, ugly. And my gosh. That's why they always say the game is never over until it's over. I've said before that one thing I can say about Colorado is that they've been playing Russian spin the dial, if you know what I'm saying, because I can only say certain things here on YouTube. And eventually you run out. Eventually you run out of chances. You only give us so many chances. And every game, they even mentioned it in the game. They've won, 4 out of the 6 games with an 8-point differential on average, I think it was. Coach Prime is super hot. You can see his demeanor. Penalties plagued this team. Penalties plagued this team. They plagued this team. The Travis Hunter personal foul, pushing the dude back in the face. It's not just one thing. But my goodness. I got the thing up here. I don't know what the penalties were, but I know it was crazy. Shedeur Sanders comes out, lighting it up. 33 of 47, 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a pick there at the end. But Ashton Daniels, you talk about a tale of two halves. Ashton Daniels was killing it in the second half. I didn't even know who the dude was. I saw number 8, saw number 14, 8, 14, 8. 14 comes in. They found the chemistry between him and 13. That receiver, my man, I don't know how to say his name. Matter of fact, let me look right quick. Eric Oyamana, if I'm saying it right. 13 catches. This dude had 13 catches for 294 yards and 3 touchdowns. My goodness. Their quarterback, Ashton Daniels, 27 for 45, 396 yards and 4 touchdowns. All I can tell y'all is, what a football game. That's all I'm going to say in the sense of great football game. And it is literally 2:20 in the morning here on the East Coast. And yes, they did all of that in the second half. They had a total 40-something yards in the first half. I may be wrong. Somewhere I looked at that. That's nutso, bro. Defensively had too many, for Colorado, too many procedural penalties with 12 men on the field, illegal substitutions. Unreal, unbelievable, crazy. 265 people in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as you come on in. I said 42-21. I said 42-21 was my prediction for Colorado. And I thought I was on a good road. But apparently, not so fast, my friend, in the words of Lee Corso. Holy moly. Shedeur Sanders was visibly pissed. Even at the coin toss, he was kind of checked out. Like, I guess he was going to Brady mode or whatever. But at the coin toss, he's kind of like looking off to the side like, yeah, okay, y'all want to toss. Whatever. We want the ball. We want to receive the ball. That's the wrong verbiage. Talk to the refs, you got to say the right thing. Ref kind of helped him out. So you want to be on offense? I mean, a great fight. It wasn't, great fight by both teams. And Colorado started out fast. That's what they've been wanting. Start out fast. Boom. Come in first drive. Bang, bang, boom, 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 boom. But the second half, like they had an oil leak or something. I don't know what the sack total was, but in the first half, I think maybe it was 1. Maybe. Unbelievable, bro. I'm just saying, when you watch football games and you look at it, and second half adjustments and players making plays, no game, a 29-point differential. 29-point differential gets eaten up by a few plays between the quarterback and his receiver. That made some big, this cat here made big plays. Huge plays. Huge plays. Catching the ball on his back. Bruh. Unreal. And when it went to overtime, because I said this earlier, and I'm not sure, may not have been as accurate, but I was saying in the champagne room, I said, this is going to be the first time the defense is going to have to win the game. Prior to overtime, the defense is going to have to win the game. Usually the ball is in Shedeur's hands. And they ended up tying it up. Go to overtime. I know a lot of people in here already are ready to rip Sean Lewis, and they're ready to rip Charles Kelly, the offensive and defensive coordinators, respectfully. But I'm not going to allow you to do it. I'm not going to allow you to do it. It comes down to making plays. There's nowhere in the world you take a slant 97 yards. Okay, yeah, the dude slipped. I get it. There's nowhere in the world you keep running the slants and the slants and the slants and the slants. Appreciate you, Major Blessings Inc. for the $199. Let me give you your love. Let me start opening up. I might as well do it now. 862-799-9956. Y'all call on in, get it off your chest. Please respect the 2 minutes. Keep the cursing to a 0 if you can, but I know some of them might slip because emotions make you cry sometime. Major Blessings Inc. for the 189 says Travis Hunter cost him the game. He wasn't ready. Emotional plays usually kill it. As I said in the champagne room, and people don't know, that's where we watch the games. I said in the champagne room, that play was a momentum changer, that personal foul. You had them on the ropes, and you let them off. You had them on the ropes, and you let them off. That's nutso. That's crazy. Wow, what a game. Anyway, real quick, another dono. Bo Peterson says, for the 499, hey, coach, wouldn't it be better to play defense first in overtime so you know if you have to score a TD or you can get away with a field goal? Typically, yes. That's what you want to do. You want to be on defense first so you can gauge what you have to do, right? Yeah, you want to have a touchdown. You want to force them, or you want to see what they do. If they score, then you know you have to score. If they kick a field goal, then you know if you score, you win it because it's done. Or worst case scenario, you tied up with a field goal. But we're talking about Coach Prime. He does nothing. He does nothing in the traditional manner. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying. Maybe he wanted to go out there and make a statement, which is fine. I don't have an issue with him taking the ball first or taking in the second, like defense. I don't have an issue with that. That's just preference. Like that to me, it is what it is. You scored a touchdown, so whatever. No big deal. Somebody said, Coach sad enough. I'm not sad. I'm in shock. So, Miss G, I thank you. Thank you for the dono. The reason I'm not mad, I'm a Coach Prime fan. I'm just getting shit. I'm a Kane fan. That's why I was pissed. You know, you must didn't watch the post game show, Miss G 15. I'm in shock that you blew a 29-point lead with a bad Stanford team. I'm shocked. I'm not mad. If I was mad, I'd be. Club Shay Shay, I need you to call on in. I ain't talked to you in a while. EA, I'm not going to allow you. Slap your face. Don't you dare. Fire Dion now. Cut it out. And I mean right this minute. I don't know how long you've been maybe a Colorado fan. I love you to call in. Let's talk about it. But these are the kind of things that I said I won't allow people to do. I won't allow people to turn on them because when people don't meet your expectation, now we want to call them a failure. EA, not going to allow it. I love you, but I'm not going to allow it. Major blessings again. Stoudemire must be benched. He's a freshman. Carter Stoudemire is going to get jumped or in a fight with Colorado teammate in the locker room. Y'all tough. Y'all tough. Y'all stop it. Brandon for the $4.99. Prime has to clean up those penalties, definitely. Especially those unsportsmanlike penalties. At this point, he's either coaching it or allowing it. And I'll say this before I get into the phone lines. I see y'all in the 8992. Coming to you. I've said before and I'll say again. When you play Russian roulette, almost got me, YouTube. When you play Russian wheel spin, you only get but so many chances. Eventually, you'll run out. And I'm saying that figuratively, guys. Wow. I'm shocked because they had the 29 point, and we've seen this in football, but my goodness, man. I'm like 13 came to play. 14 settled down. He was throwing some ugly passes. He settled down, found his rhythm, and made it happen, man. 8992 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, what's up, brother?
Reggie, this you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, brother? Where you been?
Hey man, on the grind, man. Life happens sometimes, man.
No problem. I understand.
I appreciate you checking on the brother, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, dog. I've been asking for you, man, and everything, and we'll talk later. But I don't want to go too far. We cool with that. Long as you here, my brother, and you up and about, I'm all right. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts, man?
Very interesting game, man. I didn't expect to be up this late watching Colorado and Stanford. I just kind of had it when I was working earlier. How you have a game on in the background.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, when Colorado went up, I'm just like, was what I expected. But it's something about momentum, and you can see the Stanford team start to gain a little what I call confidence.
Mm-hmm.
When they start making, they start stringing together a couple of plays, because in the beginning they couldn't string together. I don't think they were able to string together a couple of first downs, or maybe get one here or there. Had a lot of missed opportunities. But they start stringing together plays, and then, they score. I didn't think they should have went for two that early, but, they score. I believe they stopped Colorado the next series, or maybe I'm thinking the series after that. But then the defense it's like when the defense saw the offense have some success, then they kind of picked up their game.
Mm-hmm.
They started getting a little pressure on Shedeur. Maybe not sacking him, but those throws didn't come so easily. I started noticing that they stopped playing off of the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They started coming up right before Shedeur was about to snap. You see they closed that distance. So it wasn't easy for them to make those little simple 7-yard plays or, easy slants. And then once they scored that second touchdown, I mean, it was like, okay, and then you start seeing something on the other side of the ball. You started seeing more disparaging expressions from the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes chewing out their teammates. Hey, that was you. You got to make the play.
Mm-hmm.
Then they were panning to the sideline. You start seeing that going from the field to the sideline and still carrying on.
Right.
And then you stop seeing the 1 or 2 players. Then you start seeing a whole group of players doing the same stuff and arguing, and then it just slowly started to
unravel
or crumble.
Yeah, unravel.
Right.
Yeah.
The more success Stanford had, no matter how small or big it was, you started seeing an implosion on the other side. Not sure why we have a problem counting players now. Like, what is this? We saw Notre Dame not have enough men on the field.
Yeah.
You got Colorado got too many men on the field. Now, I might be mistaken, but when they get like back-to-back penalties, like they took a timeout and then they put 12 men back on the field. I think they went to a commercial break, and when they came back, they showed the Colorado defensive coordinator just losing his mind because they had 12 men on the field again.
Yeah.
So
it's procedural. Like I said, procedural stuff.
Right.
Man. Yeah.
Right. So then you started seeing it was not only the players, but then the coaches started having issues because when you look at the number of penalties, didn't they have like over 120 some yards in penalties or more than that? Or
let me see if I can pull it up here. Penalties. I don't see it on.
Yeah, they just start coming apart at the seams, man, from the top down.
Yeah, it was bad.
From the leadership to the players.
Yeah, it was bad.
They panned one time. They showed one player like he was snapping on Coach Prime.
The starter.
I don't know the player's name,
the
but
the corner 23.
I mean, it looked like he wanted to come to blows almost.
Yeah. I agree, Reggie. But listen, let me do it because we got quite a few. These things be blowing up in here, man. But listen, I will say this to you, man. We're gonna chop it up. I'll hit you up tomorrow. We'll definitely talk. We'll chop it up, man. All right, just want to make sure. I'll make sure everything was good. I know you normally in here with the 1-2 punch, man. So I kept asking, I said, Ellen, y'all seen Reggie? All right, so I'm glad you're here, brother.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk. Appreciate you, man. All right, big shout out to Reggie in the building. Neckbone, what's up with you, baby? Neckbone, 2 minutes. Talk to us. Oh, I'm sorry,
What's
Neckbone.
going
Hold on.
on, my people? What's going on?
I'm good. Hold on, Neckbone. Easy. I want to address this. Kwame Smith says, come on, coach, keep it a buck like you do against Miami when they lose. Coach, 46-14 the second half at home against Stanford. I agree. But I had to be honest with you guys. Let's call it Miami, my baby. That's my baby. I'm invested with them for 46 years. You understand me? For 46 years, I've been invested with the Canes. So I get what you're saying. But yeah, let's call it a spade. I'm with you. I'm not finna what I'm finna huff and puff about. I said what I had to say. He called me a hater. So I get it. Neckbone, talk to me. What's up with you, baby?
What's going on, man?
Man, what's up with your game? What your thoughts on the game?
Okay, I'm like this. Man, do you think Dion's still over there with his hands folded and nose running? Because look at this. Man, that boy Travis Hunter was getting cooked so bad by that boy. Man, I love it. I'm with the people. But man, this is some of the reasons why I wanted Dion to stay in Jackson State. Because as soon as he started losing games he's supposed to win, everybody finna start turning on him. I'm talking about everybody. You finna get all the people, the Jason Whitlocks, all these shows finna start coming out talking about how he sucks. They over there stumping on this man's grave.
That's right.
But before I go, I got a song. It's for my girl Fantasia. Sometimes you gotta lose to win the game. If it makes you cry, cry, cry. That's all I'm gonna do. But man, Dion, he need to fire everybody, put everybody in the portal, including Ralph. I'm out, man.
Appreciate you, Neckbone. Ah, my neck. Ah, my back. Listen, Neckbone, I get it. And I know that people want him, like these are the things and the expectations I talked about. And shout out to Josh Pate, who said this. I keep stealing his quote. Josh Pate clearly said, when people don't meet your expectations, now you want to call them a failure. And that's what's happening. That's what Coach Hayes was trying to do prior to the season, was saying, easy, tranquilo, huh? Tranquilo, calmate. Take it easy, suave. But no. And if you think the night's game, it's going to get tougher. These roads get tougher. These games get tougher. And you get caught up in your own hype. And guess what? Now you got to blame somebody. So it's going to be fire Charles Kelly, fire Sean Lewis, get rid of everybody. My man Neckbone just said get rid of the mascot. Come on, dog. No, I'm not going to allow it. Not going to allow it. 54-56 coming to you. Here we go. 2 minutes, guys. Appreciate it. Not going to allow it. You got to cut your background down a little bit.
Yeah, I already did.
All right, talk to us.
There's Rob from Texas.
Rob from Texas. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Man, let's look at the positives. The positive should be that we should have some very, very good ratings. Because if we would have blown them out, the ratings would have been really, really bad. So that's the positive. Also, another positive is that special teams, they play pretty decent at this game.
Okay.
So that's also a positive. The one thing that I'm very, very upset about is that we were supposed to actually have two. We were supposed to have Kareem Harden, which is 77 left guard. He was supposed to replace Jack Bailey, and that didn't happen. And then we were also supposed to get another guard. That also didn't happen either. So I'm not sure, because what if the last point that I'm trying to make, and the reason that we lost the game is because we play prevent defense. And whenever you try to prevent something, it doesn't work, because if you look at the first half, we're blitzing and we're pressuring the quarterback. We're not giving the quarterback time. On the second half, we weren't blitzing anymore. We were laying back. And then after they started catching up, we never blitzed again. And that's the reason we lost the game. So even though I do love our defensive head coach, that was, I mean, he keeps on doing that prevents. He prevents us from winning the game.
I got you, brother. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We got quite a few in the building. Thank you, man. Thank you for calling in all the way from Texas, baby, Lone Star State. Appreciate you. All right, real quick. I kind of disagree with the prevent defense. I don't think they were playing prevent. You had one high, you saw two shells. I just think Stanford caught a rhythm, and Colorado didn't do anything to disturb that rhythm. There's no way in the world 13 is single. I'm not single cover. I get it. Yeah. Oh, number 12. Yeah, number 12. Yes. But at the end of the day, those slants, those drag, anything that's coming inside is hard to defend. Okay. And you got to be able to help your guys out. I'm not really sure. But 8827 coming to you. Call or talk to us. You got 2 minutes.
Coach, how you living?
I'm good. Who am I speaking with?
It's Reggie McNeil, Miami, Florida, but I'm in Cali right now.
There it is. Cali, yo, from down south to the west side. What's up? Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Liberty City, Miami Jackson High School. Not Coach Hayes.
That was 36th Street.
Now,
Cut it out.
Yes, sir. Now, look, they put Trevor Woods at linebacker. I'm sure everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
So when those slants started happening, I was expecting them to do a slant and go. That really didn't happen.
I was calling it, Reggie. Hold on, Reggie. Stop right there. I'm going to pause your time.
Talk to me.
In the champagne room on that last drive, I was telling E. Brown and the rest of them, and Ellen can contest to this. I said the slant and go is going to be the game-winning shot. He just got to connect the pass because they threw so many of them. But anyway, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
That's exactly what I was saying. I was thinking, I said, as a safety, I said, slant and go is coming. You got to know. Now, if you're going to have Trevor playing backer on that side, why ain't nobody dropping on those slants? Or why not drop a DN into that lane? Or now look, the D-line is terrible. Y'all can't get to the quarterback. Stanford damn near got a worse offensive line in Colorado, and there was no real sacks on this guy when it came time when you needed a sack. Or drop that DN into that lane, or if you can't get to him, somebody put their hands up. We ain't see no batted balls on those slants. Nothing. The linebackers dropping too deep. We all know Bentley is not a coverage guy. Even though he's improved the last couple of weeks, he's not a coverage guy. So there's something happening in this team that these guys are not playing together. They're falling apart in front of the world to see.
That's right.
That's my problem. I don't know what they're going to do about it. Now, when 3 fell down on that slant for that touchdown, it happens. But it's 10 other guys on the field. Y'all not doing pursuit drills? Nobody's getting to the ball? 29 had him.
And he showed
and dived at him.
And Shiloh showed, I don't know if I got the top end speed, coach. I'm just saying, this is not a knock. It's just what it is.
The top end speed. He just got the right jersey on. I got no problem with that. I know he's not a speedster. But where's everybody else at running to the ball? Ain't nobody getting to the ball. No turnovers, no batted balls. You out there undisciplined. And for one, you get on the goal line. Why are we in shotgun? So you telling me? Now listen, I understand they doing that air raid crap. Y'all don't have an I formation play. I know the O-line is trash. But damn, y'all ain't got to play out of the I formation to around when you down on the goal line. Nothing but the Rick Ross play. And what was Bishop? Is he hurt? What's going on? What's fishy going on?
I don't know.
51 ain't played. Bishop ain't played. What's Smoke at? Smoke was a big guy.
Smoke was supposed to play. He got stamped as a dog. I don't think he got one rep. If he did, definitely didn't get a carry that I know. If he did, it was very minimal. But yeah, man. Coach, but dog, I got to run. We got quite a few in here.
Coach, every week.
Yeah, bro. We got quite a few. But listen, man.
I got you. I'm tired of hearing the same thing every week from them. I'm tired of it.
Hey, man, come from out the West Coast and come on back to the crib, dog. We need people like you, man. Come on back home, man.
Hey, you see how bad we look? What's up with Mario, man?
Man, you got to take a knee,
What's up
dog.
with your boy Mario?
Take a knee. Anyway,
What's up with Mario?
we're going to find out tomorrow.
Blame the running back.
We're going to find out
that
tomorrow.
first press conference, he going to blame the running back. I
Shut
said,
up.
Mario, you foul.
That's foul, dog. That's foul. But let me rock, man. 30-20 coming to you next. 30-20 coming to you. Appreciate you, bro. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? You got 2 minutes.
I'm Big Mike. I'm from Louisiana.
Big Mike from Louisiana, baby. What's up with you? Talk to me.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. The only issue that I really had was basically no substitution. We got a player out of Louisiana named Omar, number 14.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see enough of him tonight. The boy is gold. He can catch the ball with one hand, two hands. He can catch it with his feet. You played Travis Hunter too much. He's been out for how many weeks? 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
That game, you can practice all you want, but when you get in the game, you get winded. It's a whole different game.
Yeah.
He should have been out there. 14 should have been out there because you got to have all of that you've been having the last few weeks. You got to be fluent with the offense. Offense wasn't fluent. It did good the first half, but you could tell the second half they wasn't together.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny how it just died down in the second half. Like I'm looking at the game and I'm saying, you know, like you could just see, like I said, it was an oil leak. They didn't run out of gas. It was like a slow oil leak. Like, hey, McCall not going as fast anymore. Wonder why. You know, they kept the running game. Again, one of those sacks, I believe in there on number on Shador. He still had number 3 in there. He got Peter rolled, right? In the blocking, knowing you're going to pass the ball. But again, I'm not here. I don't question the coaching. I really try not to do that. I've been on that sideline. I know what it's like. But at the end of the day, we start to see the same things over and over. You got to have guys on the sideline that's going to help you. And, you know, it's not even high school, right? Look at how many people on the sideline. And so everybody needs a job. But anyway, yeah, man.
Let me say one more thing.
Yeah.
My wife watch football, but she don't play football.
Okay.
When she can tell you what the play is, we got problems. If you put number 3 over there and every time you do number 3 and she knows it's going to be a pass to the corner, we got problems. The defense can read that. The defense can read what's going on.
So listen, brother, I heard what you said. I have to be honest. I was reading some comments. It's kind of hard. You know, you're trying to do 1,000 things. I heard what you said, but I processed it a little bit late. And then that's why I started laughing. I'm like, you say my wife watch football, but she don't play football. But then when she could start calling stuff out, I know I was delayed, dog. That's funny. But hey, like you say, sometimes you sit here and you can see it. You can look at it, man. But you're 100% right. Big Mike from Louisiana, baby. Holler at me, man. I got to push on. We got quite a few here in the chat, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Anytime. 2209 coming to you. 2209. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
What up, man?
What's going on? Who am I speaking with?
T. Wilkes out of Alabama.
T. Wilkes from out of Alabama. What's up with you, man? Talk to me. What's your thoughts on the game?
Man.
Hold on. Let me ask first. I got to start asking these questions if I hate to know. Are you a new CU fan or what? Prime fan? Or what?
Nah, I'm just a Prime fan, but
okay.
I've been watching them though, and you know what I see is this team just ain't together, man. Because if you got some true leaders, you ain't finna be getting these 12 players on the field. How you gonna do that many times in a row? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like Jimmy Horn them disappeared.
He did.
They disappeared.
He did.
I like him, but he like a tier 3 receiver, man. He just disappears. And it's bad, man. I hate to say it, but they done for the rest of the year. They ain't gonna beat nobody else. But this the first year though, so you really can't be mad at a team that you brought together a bunch of JUCO guys. You didn't even really have no big time players, guys that really weren't starting on other teams. You can't expect them guys to come in and beat teams for real. They did good at first, but I think that little gas tank that ran out of gas, bro.
I don't know. I can't
hating on them.
No. I'm not saying you hating. I just think they do have a very tough road ahead. I mean, I think the next 5 games they have, The 4 of the 5 are ranked opponents, if I'm not mistaken, besides Arizona. Oregon State is ranked. UCLA is ranked. Utah is ranked. Arizona, I don't think, is ranked. And who was the last game they have?
They got what? Did you say Oregon State?
Oregon State.
Utah?
Oregon State, Utah.
Oh.
Oregon State, Utah.
Arizona
Is not ranked.
Arizona's a good team, though.
I know they are a good team. I don't know. I can't.
They gave Stanford gave them all the hell they could stand.
Right. But I'm just saying they got a tough road ahead of them, brother. That's all I could tell you.
Oh, yeah. Like I say, you got that tough a road and you ain't really together. So I ain't going to hold up the time, but yeah, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you for calling me.
All right, man.
Thanks, brother. All right, man. Great call right there. We got 647 people in the chat. Go ahead and hit the like. UCLA, thank you. Washington State was the team I was missing, and Washington State is ranked. So, like I say, I mean, they got a very tough road ahead of them. They got to get it back together, whatever the case may be. But man, wasn't expecting that. We got Ray from Georgia. Oh, hold up. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong one. Y'all moving too fast. Ray from Georgia, talk to us, Ray.
Hey, Coach. I'm not gonna complain because you already know about what I was gonna say. But I got a question here. Because are you there?
I am here.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you named the schools, because all of which that's remaining on the schedule. I haven't seen any of the games, so I don't know what they're working with. But UCLA, Oregon State, Arizona, Washington State, and Utah. Of those games, which are the ones you think they could possibly get 2 wins out of?
So I gave my 6
bowl eligible.
So I gave my 6 and 6. I said that they should be. This was preseason.
Well, right now they're 4.
Right. So they're 4. So right, you're talking about those 2. They've actually won the games.
The remaining of the schedule, those teams are named.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going through it. The remaining teams that I had as wins should have been Washington State. And that's it. I think that's all I had. Out of the remaining.
And so, so tonight was really, really crucial. They really should have won tonight. And it's a bad thing that they lost to a team that have only won 1 game so far.
Mm-hmm.
So that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, Stanford would have been
the 2. Which one do you
2.
think they could possibly do an upset?
Washington State and Utah, I think right now, because even though Utah's playing good, it's got some good players, but they don't have Cam Rising, and I don't think he's coming back. I think he's hung up the cleat so far at Utah for this season. So I believe Utah should be a 1. I think UCLA could be a tough game, but I think UCLA will pull it out because they do have a guy that can come off that edge. And maybe Arizona. Those were the 2. Arizona and Utah State were the 2. So I apologize. Let me go back. I would say out of the 3 games, Utah, because they don't have that guy, but they're winning. But I will say Arizona, which they're still playing well, and maybe Washington State or Utah. Between those 2 could be a 1 win.
Mm-hmm.
And Ken Ward playing good for Washington State.
For Washington State and Utah, they could possibly pull out a win.
I would say it could be a toss-up between those 2, and I think they could definitely get a win out of Arizona. So I'm saying 2 of those 3 games they can get 2 wins out of those 3 games, in my opinion.
But definitely going to lose against Oregon State and UCLA. You don't see them winning that.
I don't. I just don't see them. I don't see them winning that. But I may be wrong. And it's, hey, listen, everybody in America was wrong about Stanford.
Dude, come on now. Come on.
I mean,
you looking at the same team I'm looking at.
So who knows? I really thought Colorado was going to turn the corner tonight, looking good, going into these tough battles and playing finally having a complete game. I'm talking about from the first half. Coming in at that first half, going into halftime, I'm saying to myself, okay, Colorado finally has had a complete 3-phase game. Offense, defense, special team. Special team is still a little, but complete game against a bad team. And man, they let that bad team go in that phone booth and come out like Superman.
When they let them go down all the way down on that second touchdown, I knew it was a wrap. I said, and this before they even got there, I said, if that defense let them go all the way down there and score, this is a wrap. And they did exactly what I said they were going to do.
Yeah.
And just like the other gentleman said, his wife was calling plays, knew the plays. So did I. So I don't know. And even the announcer was asking where number 14 was. Remember that or not?
There's so much be going on. Yeah, I have no idea. But Ray, let me push on, man. I appreciate you as always.
Okay.
Thanks. All right, 2085 coming to you. Yes, thank you. 2085 coming to you. Where are you? Here you go. 2085 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Darlene from North Carolina.
Darlene from North Carolina. Talk to us. Are you a Prime fan, Colorado fan, what?
Prime fan and following Colorado because Prime is there. I guess we're going to keep talking at 3:00 in the morning.
Of course.
Last week. But for anybody who thinks that the people that are following Prime or Colorado are just going to fall off because they lost one, that's not going to happen. It'll be 9 months in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we could have won this game tonight, but you can't win them all. I still think that I think that Coach Prime is who he says he is, and if he did speak with people, coaches and players, and some players may be at risk of losing their scholarship, or some coaches might be at risk as losing the job that they currently have. Mm-hmm. That could have been why we saw some of the stuff that we saw tonight on the field. But overall, they're kids. I know 14 on the other team played a good game, but I don't know his name, and I still feel like Shador and number 10, I think it was on our side, played a
Weaver.
really good game. Yeah, even though they lost, I still think they played a good game, and I still think overall they are, especially the one. This is his he doesn't have another year to play. If he's going to get a chance to play pro, he's going to have to go and then the next draft or whatever. Yep. So I'm still a Colorado fan, and for anyone who but only because Prime is there, and I believe in what he's doing and trying to turn around. And I know he can't do it overnight. One thing, I don't know if a lot of people caught on that number 4, one of his best friends from Northwestern State, got shot.
I heard that. Yeah, ago. I heard the commentator say that. Yes.
Prayers out to him and that young man's family and friends.
Yes.
So I think I'll be watching little YouTube videos for a little bye week, take a little mini vacation, and be back for the next game.
There it is. And they need that bye week, right? To recoup, to recover, and like I said, kind of fix some things that are broken. And I appreciate it. All the way from North Kakalaki. I appreciate you.
All righty.
Yes. Bye now. Don't be a stranger. All right. 0536 coming to you. 0536 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Man, what's up, brother? I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. You Colorado? Talk to me. I need to know if y'all Colorado fan. What? Prime fan?
No, I'm a Prime fan. I'm a Bulldog all day, but I love Prime and how he coach and stuff like that. But tonight was just a bad game. The play calling I didn't like at the end. They had that 4th and 4. I felt like they should have went for that. Because you got to end the game, especially when your defense can't stop anyone yet. Prime has to get the rest of his dogs as far as on the D line and the offensive line, which everyone knows. Everyone knew we weren't going to win a national championship. That's not going to happen. But I just feel like right now where they're at, they just got to keep working. And they're going to, Prime always gets it together. I know Nick Saban, his first year, he went 7-6. I still have them winning 7 games.
Okay. If you don't mind me interrupting, but if you don't mind me interrupting you, what would be those next 3 wins since they already have 4? What would be the next 3 wins left on the record?
They're going to actually beat UCLA.
Okay.
And they're going to beat UCLA. They're going to beat I think it was Arizona. Yeah, they're going to beat Arizona. And I have them upsetting Washington State.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Those are my 3. And the reason I say UCLA because they're on the real high horse. And a lot of times, each team plays different. Just like when Coach Prominent played Colorado State, we were like, man, they should blow these people out. But that front line was a lot stronger than like I told you, like, no, it ain't gonna be that easy. Certain teams you play better with. But this loss tonight was just not right. Also with the Travis Hunter situation, I think they overplay Travis Hunter on the offensive line. I mean on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know how to use him better and not go to time. They go to him too much. And they need to try to, and I just feel like it's other ways you can use other players. As far as the dude from Louisiana, he was talking about number 14. They threw the ball to 14, dropped the pass. I don't know if he remembers that play. So that's
I saw that.
If you drop a pass, I'm not coming back to you. He's like, he catches everything. I'm listening to you. He catches everything with one hand. He just dropped the pass. That's why they ain't passing to him. So they're not going to go back. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I appreciate it, man. Let me push on, man. We got quite a few in this deal, man. Thank you for calling, man, all the way from the ATL, brother. All right, real quick, man. Great call. And to this point, I get it, right? And players are going to drop passes. Players are going to miss tackles. I'm not sure if I'm a firm believer. Again, everybody has their own philosophy. They do what they choose. It is their team. I'm not sure sometimes because some people are talking about Kamani McLean. He got pulled out because of the drag route. I keep telling y'all that's one of the hardest routes on God's green earth to cover. The slant as well, unless you put hands on these guys. Especially you looking at bodies. That receiver from Stanford tonight, 6'2", 205. He ain't a little dude. I'm not sure. Maybe Travis Hunter might be 185 on a great day. So he's still 20 pounds heavier. And I don't think he's 185. So, it is what it is. But I'm not a firm believer in, sometimes if a guy does something wrong, you take him out, blah, blah, blah. Because now kids are, and this is my opinion and my philosophy, they are more focused on messing up than being productive. That's just how I look at it. Now, I'll take you out for doing bonehead stuff, personal fouls, like when Travis Hunter pushed the dude in the face. You can handle that. That's here. That has nothing to do with dropping a ball, a play, or whatever, missing a tackle. But when you do stupid things, then I don't have a problem taking you out of the game. But if you mess up now in your mind, you're starting to focus. If I drop this, just subconsciously, you're really not even thinking about it. But subconsciously, I got to catch it, right? It's kind of like making a free throw. I got to make it. You're so focused on got to make it instead of just going through the rhythm and shooting the ball and making it happen. But anyway, I just went 0536. Do me if you can't hang up just so I can make room in there. 0220 coming to you. 0220 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? LB coming out of Mississippi, man.
LB out of Mississippi. What's up with you, man?
All right, Coach. All right, there's so much we could talk about.
Hey,
Colorado team.
Brother, do me a favor. If you got on speakerphone, it's a big echo. You might have me on speakerphone.
All right, give me a minute, Coach. Let me get y'all.
Or Bluetooth or something. So callers, while he's doing that, if you call in, if you're on Bluetooth or speakerphone, it picks up all of the outside noise. So if you can, call directly on the phone because it's super sensitive and it's hard for the viewers to hear what you have to say. And I want to make sure you get your point across. All right, talk to us.
Yeah, they're better.
100% better.
All right, my bad.
You good?
Yeah, Colorado, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so much we could talk about with this Colorado team, but what really gets me is I don't understand how Carmoni makes a mistake. He gets pulled out the game immediately. But you got them other DBs out there getting beat to sleep. They stay in the game. What's up with that?
Yeah, again, I can't speak on the philosophy of what Coach Prompt does, and that's the hard thing, right? And so, when you don't know, right, the idle mind is the devil workshop, right? So when you don't know, you start to speculate. When you start to speculate, you start, second guessing things and why things are, and why doesn't this guy come in, and why doesn't that guy, or why is this? Like, think about it. Trevor Woods was literally in a boot, from my understanding, was in a boot last week. So now he's playing middle linebacker. And you don't see, and again, you don't see Juju Mitchell for now 2 weeks. Juju Mitchell, we have not seen for 2 weeks now. At middle linebacker, he's been playing.
I thought the same thing. And he came out and had the best game when Colorado couldn't find a middle linebacker to tackle to save their life. But he comes in and make a big difference. And then you just don't see him no more.
Now, again, I can say this, and I will say this. When you have a coach like Coach Prime who says that he's not going to bend on his discipline and what he wants to do, because he's quick to say that in his press conferences, I don't think it's a player issue more than it is maybe, and I'm going to just say off the field, whether it's missing a class, a meeting, coming late. I don't know why these guys are not playing, but I don't think it's a athletic issue more than it is an off the field issue. And Coach Prime is saying, I'm willing to lose ball games for y'all to understand what my expectations are. Now, y'all may not like that. The fan base may not like that. But if I want to build this program over the long haul, I have to set the standard with these guys because I know y'all want wins, right? In essence, meaning y'all want to win these battles, but I'm trying to win the long-term war. And I got to do that by creating certain standards. Now it starts getting iffy, right? Here he goes. It gets iffy. Yeah. Well, if Kamani gets pulled out for getting beat, well, why doesn't Stoudemire get pulled out for getting beat?
Why don't Shiloh?
Why don't Shiloh?
10 tackles a game.
Again, I get it. I get it. Everybody, so he creates that.
Show the same thing, because you can't tell me that kid ain't on the sideline wondering the same thing. Like, damn, he just got beat. He getting beat to sleep. He getting beat to sleep. He ain't coming out the game. But I come out the game right when I make a mistake.
And again, I said that starts to create dissension amongst the locker room, because even though players are different in their mind, they should be treated all the same. And unfortunately, in life,
they should.
But unfortunately, in life, we know it's not like that. You work a job. It's a dude that get away, come to work. He come to work late every day. Don't say nothing. You come one time, they call you in the office. Are you having any issues? Do you need help? Right? So it's life. But they're kids. They're 17, 18, 19-year-old kids.
That's what I was just about to say. It's just like you treating one kid different in the household than the other child.
Yep.
They see it. They do it.
That's right.
But most years of their life, they see their kids.
That's right.
But yeah, he need to kill the favoritism, because it ain't nothing but favoritism. Everybody see it. It's starting to be on display more now. I mean, you see these kids out there getting beat, and they stay in the game. But for some reason, I think my opinion, I think he just had something against Kamani. It's just me. Maybe it's just me, but it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense to me.
And I'll say this: think about a guy like Cavassier Smoke. Cavassier Smoke just gets tagged a dog in the press conference. He a dog. And yeah, I understand we talked about why guys may not play or whatever, but you're up 29-0 at the half.
And he don't get in the game.
And he doesn't get in the game. You've been tagged a dog.
It's not like from Kentucky.
And he played significant time at Kentucky. It's not like he didn't play. He's a 6-year senior with a lot of reps under his belt in big-time games, and he's still sitting down on the bench. So what does it start? And remember, this is his last year. He don't have 3 more years, 4 more years like Dylan Edwards and maybe some Alton McCaskill may have 2 or 3 or whatever year. This is his last. He literally has 5 college games left plus maybe a bowl game, and his college career is over. It is done.
Yeah.
And so I get you, man, but I got to run.
He probably put his faith in Coach Prime, but I get you, Coach. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother, for calling in, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, man. Let's go here. 8333 coming to you. 8333 coming to you. Caller, give us your name, where you calling from, and are you a Colorado fan, a Prime fan? Talk to us. 8333, going once. 8333, going twice. 8333, going 3 times. They out of there, man. Anyway, must have fell asleep on the phone. 8588, call and talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. Are you a Colorado fan?
Yeah. Hello, what's up, Coach? What's up, Coach?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm a coach. I'm calling from Orlando.
All right, man.
I'm a no down here. I just wanted to
You a what?
to bring something to that baby.
You a what?
Semino.
I'm sorry.
I know. Hey, don't hate. You know, we take these. But look, they no, we Yeah, bro, that's
Man,
I can't get over that.
you come right out of a
was worse than
comic
that
book.
shit. I'm sorry, my language.
All right, go ahead, man. Let's get this clock rolling, man. Go ahead, brother. Talk
Yeah,
to me.
the favoritism, bro. Like certain things I be seeing with the Suns and certain things he's doing, because that's not just his son, but it's the favoritism is being shown because some of the guys he have on the bench are definitely on the defensive side of the ball should be playing. Like you just named one guy, 6 years senior who played. You got some guys I know who went to Florida State who played significant minutes, and not minutes but snaps, and they not even seeing the field at all.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so I don't understand. Like they play big time college football, and but to me, honestly, better conferences, but they're not even seeing the field. And you have like one guy from Lakeland, from down here, and he's a 5-star. He can't even. They're talking about him like he's a 5-star. I don't care if he's a freshman or not. He played good one game. He's not even still seeing the field like he should be seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's number 1 or something like that on defense. So it just looks.
Kamani McLean.
And and I see people like they always like they're Buff fans. You could be whatever fans. I'm a supporter of Prime. I just don't like the fact that some of the stuff they do would be like y'all putting targets on your back. So every game they played, they're going to get every team best effort. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's like they like this team tonight 1-4. This team was trash. Ain't no way.
They were bad.
Colorado should have lost tonight.
That second half was
ain't
terrible.
No way. They lost to a slant route every time. Slant route. Number 13. And Travis was getting cooked. They overusing him. I'm saying everybody who watch football knows, like, bro, that dude, he needs some plays off. And you got the athletes on offense definitely to get that man a break. You know what I'm saying? Because number 13 was cooking him. Travis, number 23, he was cooking everybody. And they couldn't tackle him to say they like him. And he did all that damage in the second half. So it's like when he, because their coach can blame, I ain't gonna say he can blame, but he can put the blame on some other people probably, saying they need to do their jobs. He should have managed that better. They should have established that run and ran it down their throat the second half and just took the win. Because they couldn't really stop the run either.
Nah, you're right, man. I appreciate you, man. I hate the fact you're a Noles fan, so slap your face.
We'll see y'all. Hopefully y'all don't drop no more, man.
Guess what?
Be undefeated.
We'll see.
We're going to the playoffs.
We'll see y'all Veterans Day. We'll see y'all on we see you on 1-1-1-1.
Hey, I respect y'all. I just don't respect the other boys in Gainesville. That you can
show enough. Hey, matter of fact, hey, show enough on that. Let's clap it up for that. Let's clap it up. We don't have no respect for them. We don't have no respect for them. Appreciate you. All right, you finally said something that made sense. All right, I'll just tease it, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Bye now. All right, we got my man member in the building. Get to skip the line. Bishop Newkirk, if you are a member, you do get to skip the line. Call on in and state your case. Talk to us, Bishop.
Sir.
What's up with you, man?
What's good? Hey, bottom line is I really think Coach Prime and his staff is going through growing pains.
Of course.
No ifs, ands about, and what they kept trying to sweep under the rug or kept trying to explain away. When you go through the fire, everything gets exposed.
Mm-hmm.
And see, remember in the early part when we were trying to explain to these buffs that, hey, they're gonna be growing pains because you got a brand spanking new team from versus last year, and you have to gel, but they didn't want to hear it. Right. So guess what? When you go through the fire, you ain't got no choice. That fire is so hot, hey, it's fish grease. It burns if you don't pay attention to the details.
That's right.
But you know what? If nothing else, I think Coach Prime and their coaching staff, they need to grade their own selves tonight.
Ooh.
There's no way you lose 29-0 and end up losing the game. Not if you understand how to shorten the game. So.
You bring up a good point, man. 29-0. Defensively, I don't think they made adjustments, or I don't think they anticipated Stanford's adjustments. I have to give a shout out to the Stanford head coach. I don't know his name, but my man stayed down there, bent down, and he stayed in that little play sheet, and he kept working it until he could. Till he could come up with the right chemistry, and he found the hole, and he said, "Oh, okay, 14-13. They seem like they're pretty good. Let's see what they could do. And I mean, there it is. And he's a big dude. He came up out those tackles, and it's what it is, man. But say amazing job by Stanford.
The thing about it, if you think about it, look at the the Colorado State game.
Mm-hmm.
They got out of that one okay, but this game is no way. That second half was straight fire, and they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like I say, 29-0. You should be feeling like you on easy street. I know guys thinking they're going to come in after that first drive and they're going to get some chance to play, and especially maybe some guys that's red shirting, saying, hey, maybe I get a chance to, get at the table a little bit. And before you know it, it's going down.
You're on Sports Center. And that's the
they're going to be on. Hey, listen, that cat's going to be on Sports Center. Top 10 play. It might be number one. Because again, it's against who? It's against Travis Hunter, right? And it's against the top player coming out. So I mean,
Coach, he's not all the way healed. Yeah. He's not all the way healed.
Yeah, he a dog. I'm gonna leave it at that. I say this, but he took that shot in that end zone and held onto that rock. Oof, that spin move he made for the touchdown. My goodness.
I know. Yeah, no doubt. He's a true dog, but I'm just saying, I can see that healthy Travis Hunter, there's no way they hold him.
I agree.
Tonight, he was laboring just to give whatever he could. And so.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Let me push on here and get this thing rocking.
I appreciate you for letting me step on.
Anytime, brother.
Bish out.
Anytime, man. Thank you, brother. All right, Bishop Newkirk in the building. All right, we got 9770 coming to you guys. Call on in 862-9956. It is literally 3:16 in the morning here on the East Coast. It should be 12 o'clock in California on the west side. So we're going to take a few more calls here. We're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. But I do want to make a quick move here. We got 725 people in the building. Let's try to get it to a stack. Let's get it to 1,000. But while I'm here, let's make sure we take care of the sponsor for the day, InterstateSportsGifts.com. Anything you need for your sports memorabilia needs, make sure you go check them out. All the information is down below in the description, as well as the phone number. If it's something on the website that you don't see and you may say, hey, I wonder if he has this, call him. Trust me, he'll find it. All right, you got all 32 NFL sports teams. They got a bunch of college teams. Not everyone, but just call and check. If they may have an item that has the University of Miami on it, but they may make it for Colorado. Right? Or they may make it for Stanford, or they may make it for UCLA. Call them. Because remember, you can't put everything up there on the website. 9770. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, man. I'm calling from Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus, what's up, man?
Yeah, Columbus, Georgia, man.
Mm-hmm.
But man, tough loss tonight.
Very much so.
It seems like those guys, man, they took their foot off the gas in the second half. Travis Hunter, he wasn't 100%.
Mm-hmm.
He did make some big plays and kept them in the game on offense, but let's just face it, man, on defense, he got cooked.
True story.
13 from Stanford, man. I can't even recall his name. I believe
he's got
maybe Nigerian.
I don't know. His name is
Canada.
He's from Canada. He is from Canada. Yes.
Hey man, he's on every scout's radar now. He's on every NFL scout's radar now. That guy got size. He got hands. They couldn't do nothing with him, man. They couldn't bring him down. They couldn't guard. It was just he just had his way with him, really tonight, and that exposed the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Charlotte was tonight. Travis, he was key on offense, man, but on defense, he gave up some big plays. And I think him being the center of that defense,
mm-hmm.
Especially the secondary, he's the one that has to set the tempo, set the tone, and he just didn't do it tonight for whatever reason.
But the first half, I'll say this: the first half he played great. I thought he was in there making tackles. He was blitzing off the edge. He blitzed up the middle. I mean, he was involved. Like I said, the guy was just faster than him on that slant. He just outran him. But I will say, it looked like Colorado played Stanford the first half. and they went in the locker room and they changed jerseys. And Shador was wearing white, like Colorado was wearing white, and Stanford wore black and gold. That's what it looked like. It looked like two different teams, like the same team just changed uniforms. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy.
And it actually, man, it looked like a reversal from the last game from USC. When Colorado was down like that at the half and then fought their way back. Now they're on the other end of it tonight. So, and then another thing, man, Coach Kelly, I don't know what the hell he was doing, but I know he's, a great coach, very experienced, but man, they had his number, and I don't know, man, all those penalties. Come on, man, it was like over
penalties.
what
17,
over,
I think
well
I
over
saw
150 yards.
Yeah.
What was it now? 100 and
I think it was 17 total penalties altogether. Let me see if I can pull up the yardage. Hold up. Let me see if I can pull up the yardage.
I think it was over 150, maybe close to 170. I want to say maybe on.
Let me see. I can tell you right now. The penalties were, excuse me. Let me see team stats. All right. In penalties, there were 17 for 127 yards. And you had Stanford had 7 penalties for 74 yards. So you basically talking, the difference in almost 55 yards in penalties right there.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I seen some. Well, first off, Colorado, the 12 men on the field. You get taught in Little League on defense. The either the linebacker or one of the DBs or maybe the safety count the number of men on the field. That's what you do before the ball snap. You count.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
count
tell you
yourself
this.
and you count 10 others.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, you're right. There's nothing wrong. But when they start all this substitution back and forth, and you're pulling guys in, you're pulling guys out. There's always a simple rule, right? I get where you're coming from, and you usually do that at the beginning of a series, right? But when you're pulling guys and you're pulling guys out, you got to make sure there's a coach that's responsible. 3 go on, 3 come off. 2 go on, 2 come off. And that's what I'm thinking, that procedurally there's an issue with coaches not. And again, that doesn't have to be a position coach. You got GAs for that, quality control guys that are responsible for 3 on, 3 off. His job is to count, right? If you know 2 go on and you see 1 come off, you already telling coach +1, +1, +1. You yelling out +1, meaning that means there's an extra guy on the field, +2, +2, +3. That's the communication that happens on the sideline. So as you see 2 run on, you see the back of 2 kids' jerseys, you better see the front of 2 kids' jerseys. You see 1, you automatically start yelling +1, +1, +1. He knows probably who the personnel is. He's like, James is James, and then start echoing. And we used to have a thing. When you go on the field, I go touch the guy. I don't just yell his name. I touch the guy. Shiloh off.
Right,
and he knows he's coming off.
Right.
You understand? And if I can't get his attention, I'll turn around and run off. Just what it is. But, brother, I got to push on.
How many times the 12 men on the field, man, they probably
procedure.
got
Procedure.
4 penalties?
Procedure. It's procedural problem. Right. Because I think sometimes we give players, because they're in college, we give them too much credit that they should know something. If you treat everything, if you dumb everything down, it should not be an issue. Like I said, I got to go out there and touch this guy, right? Or what you normally do is if you clap hands on the way out, right? If I'm going to get 14, I'm yelling his name or I'm yelling his number. 35, 35. On the way out, we clap hand. I mean, those are little signs that you work. You have to work those deals. But anyway, I got to push on, brother. I got another caller here in the back, but I thank you so much, man, for calling in, brother.
All right, man. All right.
Anytime. 4516 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Tanaya from California.
Hi, Tanaya.
Yes.
All right. How are you doing, Tanaya? You a CU fan, a Buff fan? Talk to me.
I am a CU fan. I'm a Coach Prime fan. I'm a fan of all of those boys on that team.
All right. I love it. So talk to me. What's going on? What's your thoughts about the game?
I stayed up screaming in my house. Yeah, I was. I'm sure the neighbors were probably thinking something's wrong.
Uh-huh.
But this is what I got from the game. I saw a bunch of kids that don't know each other, that haven't gelled 100%, play their butts off.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them play their butts off. And week after week after week, what I see is the coaches giving up on them.
That's interesting. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Grown men.
Talk to me a little bit.
They're playing, they're calling the plays. Like Shador said, he goes by what he hears. He's not calling his own plays. Do we know if he ever calls his own plays?
I don't think so. I don't think he does. I don't think he's giving them that kind of autonomy.
So if they're all listening to their coaches, how can we blame them for blowing a 29 lead?
That's fair. That's a fair assumption. I will say this. They're also here's one thing about football. This is why I love this game. I've always loved this game more than I loved any other sport. One, there's 11 people. There are 11 minds on one side of the ball. You have to get prepared. Second, there's really never, let's call a spade a spade. There's really never one particular thing you can point out about why a team won or lost, except for Miami's loss last week. We're not taking a knee. But you weren't supposed to agree with that to me. You're supposed to say, no, that's not fair. But anyway, I was going to say this, that the reason I bring that up is because we could always simply go back and say, well, if Mata makes the field goal, because he said he don't miss, if Mata makes that field goal, they would have had to score instead of kick the field goal to tie it. And they wouldn't have had enough time. Also, I can go back and say, instead of that third down pass, the third down pass where they threw the ball to Travis and overthrew it and stopped the clock, if Shador keeps the ball or they just run the ball and force Stanford to use their last timeout, Stanford would not have had, maybe not have had enough time to bring the field goal unit on and use a timeout, or they would have had to come down and spike it or whatever. There are so many different variables in this game, and it's easy to say that person, this person, or that person. So to your point, yes, you're right. But it also comes down to execution, catching plays, running down the distance. That's why I love this game, because it's so intricate, it's so complex, and there's so many different ways to win and lose a game.
I totally agree with you, but you know, this game, it hits a different way for me because it was so, I guess, expected that they were going to win. And when you see 29-0, you get excited,
right?
And you think, for sure, right? They're going to win this game, and they're going to finally have this dominating game that we keep hearing this word dominate. And then it doesn't happen. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe because it's the mom in me. Instead of kicking them, shouldn't we build them up for saying you played an awesome game regardless? And can men do that in football? Am I just being a girl? Can that happen?
I want to say that's the difference.
They played a really good game.
I can, well, the first half they did. I will say this. I will say this to you. I will say this to you. I think that's kind of the difference between nature and nurture, right? Mama bear wants to nurture and make sure baby bear is okay. Baby, you did the best you could. It's that doggone coach's fault. Well, guess what the coach's mama is saying? Coach Lewis' mama saying, baby, you did a good job. Them kids just ain't catch the ball, right? That's just the nurturing part of a lot of women, right? Not to pick a side. But for men, it's the gladiator. Come back with the W or come back or don't come back at all, right? And that's the difference kind of in the sport. And I think that's why people are so enamored with football, because it's the closest thing to war, the closest thing to the gladiators that we're going to get, you know, sport in general, right? The competition, the fight to win, the will to win, what you have to do. And of course, with football being such a contact in a physical and grisly sport, I think for men, it's hard for us to say that, because I'm looking at the chat. They laughing out loud. They're talking about no or heck no or no ma'am. No, look, Amanda NBS, which is a lady, she says, no, ma'am, no excuses. So she don't have the nurturing here. She's all about nature. So I understand, man. But that's awesome.
I have one last thing before I go. You know how people were talking and critiquing the coaches for telling the guys that I guess only a few of them will make it to the NFL, and that may be tough. See, this is where I agree with the coaches. Not all of them in that room will make it to the NFL.
Factual. Okay.
I agree with that, and I think they should know. And I also do not think that scholarship and athletes should mix. I think they should separate them.
I'm confused.
I think
Explain.
if you're going to school for football, you should only play football and have an option to go back and get your degree. But I don't think they should mix the two, because you will have kids in the room that don't care if they win or lose, and those are the kids that will go out there and half do it and get other kids hurt.
I'll disagree with that. I'll disagree. So you're saying if they go to Colorado, they should play football and not go to class?
They should change the whole system. I'm asking for a system change where an athlete is only playing for an athlete. That's it. They're only playing the school. They're playing there. They're just athlete. You know, you have student athlete. No, it should just be athletes. And with those athletes that are going in, then they will have an option to go back and get their degrees.
Yeah, no. Because what you've truly created is a minor league system. Then if that's the case, right? You've created a minor league deal. And that's a whole nother conversation we can have. But I'm waiting for you guys to call in 862-799-9956. That's why I haven't started the time. I'm waiting for new callers. But no, you're fine. No, listen, you're fine. No, listen, you're fine. Listen, you're fine. I'm waiting for new callers to call in. That's why I said that. I'm just saying, I disagree because if you do it for football, so now you're saying you should do that for girls softball and
all sports. Yes, all sports.
That's going to be different. We may start something different, another conversation. Please become a subscriber and all that stuff. Follow us. We may bring that up because that kind of goes into NIL and amateurism and all that stuff, and we'll talk about that. All right?
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger. Come on and call on me. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All the way from California. Yay. 3626 coming to you. 3626. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? 30
Big T from Louisiana.
Big T, you calling this? Oh, Big T. It sounds like Big Mike from Louisiana. Okay, I'm sorry. Big T.
Oh no, this is Big T, yeah, man.
What's going on, man?
I am a Deion fan.
Okay.
I like Deion. I'm a Deion fan in terms of his playing ability, but now he's a coach.
Okay.
I think that he's more inspirational than coaching.
Okay.
I see as a former athlete, I'm about the X's and O's. Just like you said, nurture versus nature. I'm a nature guy.
Okay.
Okay. I do see the favoritism. I'm an Alabama fan. Nick Saban, I'm under that tutelage, like Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, Greg Popovich. So what I see what's going on is, I'm pulling for the kids, but I just see the favoritism, and I don't think that it's a good sense of ability as far as the gridiron. I think that Deion is a two-edged sword to me.
Okay.
I believe that he puts them in a position to be seen, marketability, great, phenomenal, off the charts. We haven't seen this before.
Okay.
However, they have a mark on their back that I don't think they're ready for. I don't think that the players are ready for that. Deion can handle Deion. But he actually alluded to this earlier. He said this in interviews, he can take that. But they don't have Deion's mentality. He not only had the mentality, Deion had the skill set. He's blessed with the gift. Now he's trying to get them to walk their walk, but I don't think that they're prepared for that on that level. And I think that's Colorado's buzz is there. All the eyes are on Colorado. However, I just don't think their punching power, they're not there.
All right, let me say this. You bring up a big T, right? Did you say Big T?
Yes,
You brought up an excellent point. You brought up a point about, and Coach Prime has actually addressed this, meaning that light shines and it exposes your good and your bad.
Absolutely.
But you bring up a great point, meaning every kid is not built to handle that limelight.
Absolutely.
And in the words of my guy, Michael Irvin, he says, pressure makes the good fold, but the great rise up. And they may be very good, but that pressure, and again, you bring up something that is very important, right? And I will say this: adversity will make the truth come out, just like the old saying is, right? The old saying is a drunken mind speaks a sober tongue. Well, adversity will make the truth come out. You saw Stoudemire barking back at Coach Prime, and didn't know what was said, but you could look at body language and see it wasn't nice. You could see Kamani over there mean mugging. You know what I'm saying? You could see the advert. See, I tell people winning cures everything for a night, just for a night. And I tell people it cures illness, it kills ailments, it kills depression, just for a night at least. When you win something, you feel so good. But now when the sun rises in the morning, you back to who you are. But for that particular night, you feeling great. But when adversity comes, and now you start seeing when Coach Prime is truly going to see what this team is made of, because they weren't expected to beat Oregon. They weren't expected to beat USC. They were expected to beat Stanford and beat the brakes off of them, and they came out doing it. So at halftime, I would love to see the well-off media video of the halftime in the locker room.
But let me say this.
Yeah, real quick, and I got to push on.
Man, you and I.
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm sorry, what you say?
No, I was saying, go ahead, because I got to push on. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. Just like I'll give this analogy. You as a man, you can be a great father, but a horrible husband. Can you say that? That's
true story.
True, right?
True story.
All right. So I believe what's going on here, if we take the face off of it and be totally, objective, we know what type of team we're looking at. But because of who's the coach, you see, this is why I led with the fact that he's a great motivator. But coaching-wise, some things we got to scale it back and see what it really is. Because if you put those on a brink of a Colorado versus a Texas, that's not going to look good. You can put them in the SEC. That's not going to look good. So I understand the hype behind it. But there again, football is a collision violent sport.
That's right.
So you do not win games by celebrity status. You win games by grit and grind, period. So again, I support what's going on.
Sure.
However, when it comes to the nuts and bolts and really getting this car going, we got to get a real mechanic. And I'm not saying him as a coach that he needs to be booted. No, he's doing phenomenal. However, the mentality as a player, if I was to go to Colorado and play for him, my thing is I'm coming to absorb everything that I can, but I'm coming here to work. I'm not coming here to be in the shadow. I'm trying to get to another level. And it's just another stepping stone. That's how I'm approaching it.
I love it, man. Appreciate you, man. Son, this is your first time calling in. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Don't be a stranger, man. Keep calling in, man. Come and hang out with us a little bit. I love your viewpoints, brother.
Look, I appreciate you, my man. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Appreciate it, man. 4681 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Calling from Los Angeles.
All right. LA, baby. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think this team at the end of the day kind of has like a identity issue. I think it comes down to also the coaching staff and the players. The coaching staff, the fact of the matter is if you're up 29-0 at half, you got to keep your foot on the gas. Okay.
That's right.
So the play calling needs to improve. And defensively, let's just be completely honest. They do not have the athletes right now to be able to stop basically anybody and everybody. They'll do it time and time here and there, but it comes down to consistency.
That's right.
So I think at the end of the day, like, people need to really temper their expectations. I like what Deion's doing. I've been a fan of Deion going back to his days playing with the Cowboys. My dad is a Cowboys fan, so I got love for Deion, what he's doing. He's doing a great job. But the fact of the matter is that people really need to temper their expectations with this team. And I think kind of tonight opened up, or, yesterday, last night, kind of opened up people's eyes to where, how far they still need to go. They made improvements and made strides, but that right there is just, inexcusable. You got to close that game out in front of your fans, prime time, Friday night, people are looking at you, people are watching you.
At home.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too, brother. I'll say this, man. you know what? I've been saying it. Football comes down to athletes. I can have the best play sheet. I can have the best this. Coaching may enhance athleticism some, but that stuff, like there's no drill for what Travis Hunter did when he caught that ball, set him up and turn and split. There's no drill for what.
It's a dog.
Tell me,
dog, man.
bro. Tell me this: what receiver drill? I challenge any coach in the world to tell me that they do receiver drills catching the ball off the back off of somebody's back. Nobody does. Like it comes to athletes. Like that ball gets dropped by 99.9% of everybody else, including that dude if he does that 9 out of 10 times. I'm just saying that sometimes it comes down to just athletes. And this is what I was trying to tell the CU fan base, as I call them the new CUs, easy. You don't have all of the athletes. See, and here's what a lot of people, especially a lot of the new CUs, or maybe people that's kind of new to really watching football and kind of getting this deep because Coach Prime has brought them there. The problem is they're looking at the perimeter of the game, the quarterback, the running back, the wide receivers, but they forgot about that box right there. That box is what allows those players on the outside to perform well. That is what allows it. So no, they don't get the limelight. Most people can't name all 5 of the starting offensive linemen. Most people can't name the starting 5 offensive linemen on their favorite team because they don't get stat. Think about it. What offensive line stat is there except holding?
Right.
That's it. That penalty. That's their only stat. Nobody knows unless you really, a real fan or you dive deep into this stuff. But, like you said, nobody here talked about offensive line tonight really by name. I think one person brought it up, but nobody was like, look, right here, 69 did this and da-da-da. No, because that's not the prettiness. That's not all that. But, man, I appreciate it. I got to push on. I'm going to get ready to lock this phone line here in a second. But thank you, man, for calling all the way from.
Yeah, I got it's got 2 more things to say real quick.
Oh, come on. You got to be – come on. You already passed 2 minutes, dog. Come on. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just say Deion got to recruit. And this UCLA game in 2 weeks, I want to see how the team responds. If they're going to quit or they're going to bounce back. So
that's right, baby. You're 100% right, man. All right. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Anytime. All right. After 6670, after the next call, please call in if you choose to. 862-799-9956. I'm going to lock the phone lines after that. You will not be able to call in. So after I take this phone call here, 6670, please call in, get into the queue. If not, I will lock it because Coach got to get out of here. My man Kenty said these big eyeballs, boy, they getting red, boy. All right. 6670, call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? This is Fred from Phoenix City, Alabama, Roll Tide Country.
I'm sorry, my hand. Every time I hear like that, from where you from?
Phoenix City, Alabama, Roll Tide Country.
See, every time I hear that, my wrist just want to go slap something. You talking about 11th ranked Alabama? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Talk to us, man. What's your thoughts about the game, man?
I mean, hey, listen. I just want to say, I just want to say that it ends and begins in the trenches. The University of Colorado has to get big on defense and offense on the lines. It's period.
Agreed.
Like period. They're getting no penetration, especially on defense. Absolutely no penetration. Secondary suspect outside of Shiloh Sanders, which, contrary to popular belief, I don't know what anybody else was watching. I saw that Shiloh had a good game. He had a good game. I think he leads in tackles as far as the team is concerned on the defense side of the ball. He leads in tackles. So outside of Shiloh, secondary getting absolutely cooked in the second half.
And that's their strength. That was their strength. That's Colorado's defensive strength. Is the back four. But go ahead.
Yeah, and they couldn't, for some reason, their slants. They had number 13 looking like Edelman out there, man, with Tom Brady and Edelman out there looking crazy. Like they cannot stop that undercut for nothing. Absolutely nothing. They can't stop it. For some reason, I believe that even though Travis Hunter is he's a good DB, but he needs to focus more on offense side of the ball and only put Travis Hunter on some packages on defense. He doesn't need to play the way he's been playing the first 2 games before he got hurt. And secondly, that personal foul, when it was 4th down, the ball was getting ready to turn over and Travis did that personal foul, that would have been the game right there. That was the game right there. With that personal foul right there, if it was never a personal foul,
Changes the game. Changes the game.
It was the game. Even if they would have scored, even if they would have hit a field goal, Colorado still would have been up by 4 points.
That's right.
Shador would have went down. They would have went down. They would have scored that next 7, right? And we wouldn't be having this discussion. So discipline, the trenches need to improve. And as far as like people saying about Dion and his coaching abilities and blah blah blah, they said the same thing about Nick Saban when he got here in 2007. Alabama fans were just trying to win a game. Couldn't win a game. Couldn't buy a game. You know what I'm saying? When Nick Saban got here, we were just begging him to win a game. And look where we at now. So you got to give it time. It's going to be, I think Nick Saban, if I remember correctly, he won 7 games his first year as head coach at the University of Alabama.
Yeah, 7-5.
You gotta give it time. You gotta give it time to develop. He has to have a full year of recruiting. He is doing this with literally just all transfers, damn. So you gotta give it that time. That's all I got.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Roll Tide, whatever. Get that crap out of here. I'm just teasing, man. Y'all gonna be all right. All right. All right, brother. All right. I'm getting ready to lock it. Hopefully, Amanda NBS, please call in. I've been seeing you in the chat. You got some good one-liners. Please, Amanda. I don't know if your husband sleep, whatever. Tell him you're talking to Jake from State Farm. You understand? And I sound hideous, but I need you to call in because I want to talk to you. I love to hear the woman's perspective about certain things because you also brought up about the no ma'am, no excuses. So I want to hear from you because it'll be super interesting. All right, I'm going to my favorite man, Google Man in the building. Talk to us, Google Man. You got 2 minutes.
Man, Coach, old boy just stole my thunder. Man, the thing about Shiloh, he making all the tackles. I've been hearing people talking about he played bad. Word. He the only dude on the defense that played worth anything. Another thing is, and also he stole my thunder on Hunter. Now I've seen a highlight package from high school, and it's so funny because I don't know if I seen you do the breakdown, but I did see his high school package, my school senior. I feel like back then he was a better wide receiver, and I was telling him one of my homeboys because of course he was Jackson State first. I told him one of my homies like he loved black college. I try to tell him, hey man, first of all, we don't know how the kid's gonna do because like it done been plenty of dudes them being ranked number 1 in the country and they don't pan out. But anyway, he is calling offense, but the first game against TCU, he did his thing. But tonight, I've been wondering why we'll put like this. I've been like just holding back because for like giving him all the props for him playing defense. Everybody talking about he's him. And of course, Deion Sanders
The conference has been locked.
Deion Sanders and I'm co-signed it already. Talking about how Colley's gonna be in the NFL on both sides of the ball, but I don't see it. Anyway, but offense, yes, I think he can be like a Pro Bowler on a wide receiver. Another thing is he's so small, like he's a small dude. But another thing was Colorado, bro. They should have won the game tonight. Another thing, I had them boys on the money line on 5 different cards. Lost. Them boys were 29 love at halftime and lost the game. And that's one game everybody had them winning. And so, and I don't know if they're gonna make a ball game now, but I want Deion Sanders to win. But me, you, and everybody was trying to tell the fool right now, slow down.
Slow down. It ain't that easy. Appreciate you, Phil.
You like that?
Yeah, but Google, man, let me get pushing, man. Hey, cool. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, and literally in an hour and 10 minutes be 24 hours. So the eyeballs on fire right now, boy. And I got to get ready for this game. This game. Anyway, appreciate you, dog. You know, as always, Google, man. Go get you some rest, man. Stop. Put that Madden joystick down. Cut it out.
Right on. Yeah.
Already. All right, I'm going to 4480. 4480 coming to you. You got 2 minutes. I got one more call after that. 3853 coming to you after this call. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. What's your thoughts on the game?
Oh, hey, Coach. This is Jimmy calling from Chicago. Hey, I was just wondering if I was just wanted to know what you think about Stoudemire. Like, what would you do as a coach in that position? Would you take him out the game, or would you keep him in?
So here's the question. Great question. You have to remember, you're playing a true freshman. I believe he's a true freshman versus a sophomore kid who's probably dynamic. I thought that they made the switch on Travis Hunter and Stoudemire where Travis would travel. And what do you mean when we say travel? Travis means he goes where 13 goes. He travels on the defense. I thought they made that adjustment a little bit late. You remember, it's easy for us to look at the players, but you also have to look at their experience. And experience is a big role, right? Like, let's be real. Let's go make a quick comparison. Kamani McLean was a top player coming out. Xavier Weaver wasn't. However, I'm just talking about when we watch the well-off videos and stuff. But we will watch Xavier Weaver doing Kamani McLean. Why? He's older, bigger, more experienced, right? And so that plays a part too. So sometimes as coaches, we have to protect our players by not putting them in the wrong mismatch, because that's what offenses are looking for. They are looking for the mismatch. Can I get just like the offense did? Dylan Edwards against the middle linebacker. That's an athletic mismatch, right? Stoudemire versus 13 was an athletic as well as experience mismatch. See, all of these chess games go on in the game of football, and that's what people have to understand. So now 12 is more experienced. However, here's the difference. People talk about Travis. The routes that they were running are hard to cover. So you have to know how to ask for help and work your safety and work your inside backer. They got to start asking for this help, and that's where continuity comes in this game. And that is where I was trying to tell people, relax. You got to know how to look at each other and talk and say, hey, you got my slant, I got outside routes. So sometimes, sometimes I'm asking for that inside help. I may not be getting it. That's why it looks like I'm getting beat as bad, because I'm making sure he doesn't slug on me. He doesn't slant and go me. He doesn't take me inside and whip back outside, like how Stoudemire gave up the whip route, right? When the guy ran inside like a slant and whipped back outside. That was a great call by Stanford. Why? Because they've been running the slant so heavy. Stoudemire tries to bite the slant and they whip right back outside, and there it is. It's done. So to your point, do you take him out? Probably. Put 3 in. He probably gonna have the same issues. Do you put Kamani in? I don't know what's going on with Kamani. I don't know what the dynamic is between Coach Prime, the staff, and Kamani McLean. I don't know. I saw some people putting, he missed class. Oh, he did this. Some people are saying this and that. There are so many things that happen behind that curtain that we're not privy to, and we're only assuming. So I get it, but it is what it is.
Right, and this is my last thing. And just number 3, I felt he had the most experience out of everybody. That's why I thought Cooper, he should have stayed in the game. But hey, that's just my thought. But thanks, Coach. Appreciate you.
Anytime. Going to our last caller for the night, 3853. Don't you hang up, because I got to finish my final thoughts here. So don't you hang up, because I said the final call. Better get back on here. If I've been up here almost 24 hours, eyeballs feeling like got doggone fire in my eyes. Anyway, 3853. Caller talking. Caller, give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, man, what's going on, man? I'm calling from Tokyo, Japan, man.
Oh, konnichiwa.
Yeah, man, konnichiwa. Hey, man, I know your time is short, but, man, first, I'm going to say this, man. I'm disappointed in Coach Prime's answers to the media, man, because when you lose a game like that with a 29-point loss, come on, man. I mean, there's got to be some ownership on exactly what went wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, man, the coaches stunk it up. They stunk it up on that one, man.
So hold on, excuse me. Do me a favor, because I did not catch the press conference. I came on literally probably within 5 minutes when the game was over. So what was said, briefly, what was said in the press conference? You got to turn your TV down. If you got your TV on or something.
I just think in a situation like that, man, there's got to be more accountability on the coaches more so than the players. I mean, the players are going to make mistakes on both sides of the ball, man. But, you know, the coaches got to do their part as well, man. And, you know, the first half, it was on point, you know. But the second half, man, it just went downhill after that, man. Also, I think Travis is cold-blooded, man. No doubt about it, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know if he's better on offense I think he's better on offense than he is on defense. I think his tackling is not good, man. I mean, he's a speed demon, but, you know, I mean, he doesn't wrap up well enough, you know. So as far as the calling the game, the play calling, man, the OC has been suspect almost on every game, man. I don't think he handles pressure very well when it comes to, you know, making those plays and choosing, you know, making the right plays. Now, like the second OT, I don't understand why they run the ball up the middle twice when they got a speed demon with Everett. How come they didn't run him on the outside? You know?
I mean, like I said, we could always Monday morning quarterback that deal. Maybe their analytics, maybe their what you call it tells them, hey, this is what we should call. I get it. Like I say, I'm gonna go back. I was on the cane juice, but I'm gonna go back and do the good, bad, and ugly. It'll be coming out soon, and so forth. But yeah, we'll definitely look at that, man. But wow.
Man, and then another thing, man, I just think the personnel decisions got to be on point, man. I don't think there's no reason to be using, you know, favoritism with the players like that, man. I just think, like, for one, you know, if Travis was hurt and he's been out, why are they going to run them both ways like that, man? You know, I don't know what's going on with Kamani, but everybody's been making mistakes on both sides of the ball. But then it's just like, if he make a mistake, then they're gonna bench him, and then they don't, you know, then he's not even being able to get on the field that much. So it's just like, man, they got to manage the personnel better. You know, they got to use the people like, you know, the ones who can make the plays. They got to utilize the right people at the right time. You know, if they're behind on points, man, they got the OC, the play calling's got to be on point.
I totally agree with you, but man, I got to get up out of here, man. I live heavy than a mug.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you, brother, man. Appreciate it, man. All right, great call right there. All right, let me get this deal off and let me say my final words. Let me see here. Ray says, let's not forget Travis is coming off injury. Travis showed a lot of heart tonight. He did. Is Ray 770? Is that Ray from Georgia that be calling in? Is that the same person? I don't know. I'm not sure. But no, it makes sense. Like I say, you know, injury. They threw him. I thought he played. I mean, I hear what people are saying. I'm gonna look at the tape. I hate to try to address stuff when I didn't, you know, when you look at it live, it's different, you know, and so forth. And like when we in the champagne room, I'm watching it, but I got a lot going on versus I'm sitting there watching it on TV and I'm relaxed, and, you know. But anyway, I'll definitely look at it in the good, bad, and ugly. Oh, Ray. She said yes. So all right, Ray. So I'll definitely look at it. Here are my final words here on tonight's game. Colorado dropped a game that people thought that they should have won. I said 42-21. I thought they would come out and really show and impose their will, which they did in the first half. Second half, I think Colorado did not anticipate the kind of adjustment that the Stanford coaching staff was made and big playability, because they did not show any of that in the first half. I'm gonna be honest, they didn't hardly show that throughout this entire season, that they had big playability. I may be wrong, but I think 13 came out the woodwork. He showed up the same way 14 showed up for Colorado 2 weeks ago, Marion Miller, right? A guy that just pops off the tape and say, hey, tonight is my night. And I don't think Colorado was prepared for that. And so that happens in football games. Why the personnel thing is the way it is, I don't know. I'm not in the coaching staff. I'm not in the coaching rooms. I'm not there finding out what these players are doing day to day, what coaches are doing day to day. So all of that is straight speculation. I don't know the dynamic between Coach Prime and Kamani. Is he trying to be that father figure? Forget coach, but be that father figure to teach him so he will be better later down the line? We don't know. Hopefully one day he will express that. But as of right now, it's a lot of speculation. Why Kavasier Smoke not playing as much? I don't know. But we will definitely find out here. The bye week does come up, and as the bye week comes up, guess what? A lot of injuries will start to heal. The bodies get a chance to rest. They've had a lot going on. I mean, think about it. You had a 7-game stretch right there of just being beat up, battered, and bruised because you have not been on one easy game yet. Every game you've been in has been physical. They may have had the most physical schedule, meaning the kind of games they're played. All of their games, I think besides Nebraska, which actually happened on the back end, were literally less than, I think, 8 points or less, as the commentator said. TCU 3 points, 2 overtimes, Colorado State, got whooped by doggone Oregon. USC had to fight back and batter. It was no downtime in any of these games. Like, you walk off 42-6 or anything like that. Thought it was going to be tonight, but it wasn't. I'll say this. Colorado is okay. Coach Prime is okay. This is where I want fans to temper their expectations. This is what I was talking about prior to the season. Relax, commentate, tranquilo. Take it easy, my friend. Because once you raise the bar here, you don't want to be the person that has to explain why it's here. So when people got mad at me and said, hey, coach, 6-6, you a hater. No, they still may win 8 games. I don't know. But I would rather them exceed my expectation than what? Then they fall short of it. And now I want to blame them. I'm mad at them because they didn't meet my expectation. Think about what I just said. They didn't meet my expectation. So now I want to call them out, call them a failure. Brand new team. Something that this in Colorado has never been done before that I know of. You gut 70-something players, bring in brand new guys, and you think you'll come in and win 8, 9, 10 games. You know how hard it is to win 10 football games? Forget 12-0. That's whatever. You know how hard it is to win 10 football games in major college football? It's hard to do it in high school. 10 football games in major college football is not an easy feat. And look at how they've been winning. They haven't been blowing people out. They've been winning literally by the hair off their chin, by the hair off my chinny chin is how they've been winning these football games. Now, to give up 29 points, unexcusable. I'm going to go back and watch the press conference and all that. But it's unexcusable. Unexcusable. But however, it does happen. We see it all the time. All right? We see it all the time. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with us. For all McCain fans, we're going to have our pre- and post-game show tomorrow. We got, of course, I got Tuesday, me and Big Dog Chico, we do what we call the Prime Debate. Ooh, I got some questions for old Big Dog Chico. Hopefully you got some good questions for me. Of course, I do Canes Talk Live on Wednesday. Check that out. And then we got the good, bad, and uglies that'll be coming out, right? The good, bad, and uglies are where I break down the film and show the good plays, bad plays, and ugly plays of the game. And I try to teach you a little bit more about the game instead of just talking and so forth. Anyway, if you're in here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're on our road to 37,000 subscribers. There's 515 people in the chat, and I got 36,511. So if 500 people hit the button, we'll have 37,000. And we want to try to get to 40,000 before the new year, before January 1. So go ahead. It's free, costs you absolutely nothing, and we can make it happen. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. And, like I said, I'm here for a good time. as well as a long time. Somebody play my theme music. Hey, and Ham, I think I missed out on. I saw that, Ham. We play head-to-head in that fantasy league. That's right. We play head-to-head in that fantasy league. You might be up in points right now, but by tomorrow night, baby. I'm gonna whip you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Hanging out with me, man. We're gonna make it happen. So good night. Stick right. I'm loving it, man. There it is, baby. We hanging out, we chilling. Also, make sure you check out InterstateSportsGifts.com for all your sports memorabilia needs. They got anything and everything you want, from baby onesies to floor mats. Come on. Over a 3,000 square foot store with all of the sports memorabilia you need. Go check them out. Always remember. Say good night to the bad guy. Yes, sir. I hear you, MG15. Miss G15, don't pull the muscle before bed. I'm loving it. And we out this joint. Peace.